I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving boulders. Now we ain't getting posterized, we out here making posters. And we ain't got nothing to hide, we move forward like soldiers.
Monday to Friday, 6 p.m. We don't stop. Bring sleep or snow. Pregaming is good to go.
Snow, Curtis blow, flow, fuck all you haters. Fuck making bitch using best simulators. Fuck cashing in, all we wanna do is win. Put the juice in the gin, now it's time to begin. Fuck the books, they can take it on the chin. Surrendering dividends, don't fuck with mine. Damn, the show starts with capping and ends with them slapping and stacking cash and boatloads. They won't know what happened. Pre-gaming and others, they seem lame. Like Abel meeting pain, a bullet to the brain. We don't give a fuck like Kiki said. We ain't playing, we ain't game, but we ain't playing.
I'm back and I'm joined with my guy. Oh, we got a fight! Get a fight! Get a fight! Get a fight! What up, what up, what up? Welcome in TGIFF here to Pregaming, the best goddamn sports betting show on the planet. Here you guys go. We put it all together. We look at cash flow, line movement, the Vegas splits, injury reports, weather analysis, trends, angles, what the guy had for dinner, and everything else that goes into it to give you guys informed betting decisions here at Sports Money. It's Pregaming, man, every Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Welcome in, you guys. Here it's December 19th. Imagine that, 6 days before Christmas. And I'm ready to go. I'm fired up. I hope you guys are as well. What a amazing Thursday night football game we had. I still can't believe it. Overtime calls, second half calls, touchdown calls. Man, you guys know the deal. Live betting is where it's at here with Sports Money. How about them Rangers? Catch that plus 165 and a whole slurry of extra spots on top of that there with the live show. Welcome in, you guys. It's time to go. I hope you're ready because there ain't no waiting here. It's time to get after it. We have ourselves a full card. And we have no time to wait. As always, there's always an action spot for us to take advantage of here. We have taken advantage of some spots. Now, sadly, gave out an overnight play that did not cash, but I did give out a Euro League spot that did cash for us. So we'll come out neutral to start this thing. I should have put, shame on me. I should have put the Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua play out there. Because you know what? I put two plays out there on winnable. I'm going to give them to you guys here tonight as well. So I know I've been getting a lot of you guys have reached out. And I love you guys reaching out to me, asking me. And I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to share with you two plays that I'm involved with here on I wasn't going to do it, but how can we not? It's Friday, man. TGIFF. You know what that second F stands for? I'm ready to go. I hope you guys are as well. I got a player prop parlay tonight. I think it's like 29-1-ish, give or take. It's a 5-leg player prop parlay. We're going to dive into the NHL. We've got the Canucks and the Islanders. We've got the Jets and the Avalanche and the Devils and the Mammoth. I'm going to roll over to some college basketball. We're going to talk about the FSU game with that monster spread. Cal Poly, UCLA, and the Battle of San Diego. San Diego, an old wooden ship, as someone would say, the ancient old wooden ship. Then we're going to move into the NBA. I've got Bulls and Cavs. I've got OKC Thunder and the Minnesota Timberwolves in those battles here for Friday night. And then we'll finish it off the big game. Alabama, Oklahoma, number 8 versus number 9 for some college football playoffs to get us tied away. I hope you guys are ready. I'm fired up. Look at yesterday. God damn, it started out so great. I mean, we won a unit yesterday. Okay. Not great, but we're still in the green, right? American gets the over for us. They had that thing with 10 minutes left in the second half. That was a nice casher for us. College basketball wise, we cashed the over in UMKC and Oklahoma State. Drake lost by 9, did not cover this plus 7.5. And then Southern Indiana hit the bet outright -2, lose by 15. We roll over to the NHL. Edmonton got the win for us, 3-1, easy winner out there. Buffalo shat the bed, but the under 6, Washington. Remember this trend. Write this one down. If you're writing trends down, you're looking for spots going forward. 4-1. I know some of you guys do because you reach out to me, and I love it. I love when you guys reach out and ask me, is this the spot? We've got one of them spots tonight that some of you guys have asked about. 4-1. A team loses 4-1. 4-1. It's time to get it done. And the Capitals fell into that equation last night. So keep your eyes on that. If they win, if they lose 4-1, they fire the next day. The Capitals did fire. I mentioned the Flyers took the L, and then, we took a shot with the San Jose Sharks. 5-3, they lost to Dallas. So be it. But we rolled over to the NBA, and the over 222 cashed in the OKC Thunder game. It was a 223, as a matter of fact. So we got that one in. We got the under 219.5 in Toronto and Milwaukee. Algonquin for the good land. And man, that game, that banger, that burner, 38-37. Seattle wins the game with a 2-point conversion in overtime. We did not cash our under. So that's the way we end up winning a unit. I don't know. I mean, we still ended up in the green, but we have to do better tonight. We will do better. We've got ourselves a full card on the docket. Got a lot of fun happening here. Shout out to the Philadelphia Flyers. I hope Danny Briere can pull off the Steve Stamkos acquisition. A lot of people talking about it. Now, December 21st is the trade freeze. December 21st through the 26th for the NHL. No trades will happen. So they got 2 more days to try to pull the trigger and bring Steve Stamkos. An NHL champion with the Tampa Bay Lightning has moved over to the Nashville Predators. He's aged, but with a young locker room, why wouldn't you want somebody like that in the community, running around the locker room, playing helicopter ding dong and throwing piss bombs, as our guy Bassinet said. If you haven't seen that spot with Paige Sporonic, you're missing out because that was some qualitative entertainment. But I'm excited. I hope you guys are as well. Get a great Thursday night football game. We got a big one on deck tonight with Bama and Oklahoma. Happy to say I've moved to 6-0 now. 6-0 with my bowl game spots there. We cashed last night with the first half over. I tailed some of the fellas. Didn't go our way, but official play today, I had the under team total for Kennesaw State. They got 6 points. So that was a good looking spot. The entire planet seemed to be aligned with Memphis. They went from +8 down to +3, and they got nuked. Shout out to my guy, Nuke Worker. NC State comes through 31-7 on them boys. Whoa. Live betting under 63.5 was a good casher. But number 8, number 9, Oklahoma, Alabama. It's a revenge. It's a rematch spot. So we'll talk a little bit about that one as we get this show on the road. Bologna. I think of Bologna when I see Virtus Bologna, EuroLeague casher here today for us. Gave that out to you boys on both Winnable and the Sports Money post tab. And I'll shout it out and say you guys have to turn the notifications on for the Sports Money post or Sports Money notifications in general. You're never going to get those live bets. Silver and gold members, you guys, we appreciate you taking a little bit more out there to support the cause. And I'm doing my best to give you guys winning angles, spots, analysis, or whatever the case may be. So +7.5. Them boys lost by 1 in the EuroLeague tonight. or this afternoon. It was tonight for them, but we did get that cash. It was posted out there on the community post tab for sports money. So I hope you know where to find it. By now you should. You have to get into the sports money YouTube page and then scroll across the top. You'll see home, videos, live, shorts. Follow yourself over to post and drop on down and see what's going on, because there's a ton of things happening out there on a regular basis. We're taking polls from the community as far as it relates to everything. I mean, look, we're trying to look at what you guys think as far as who's going to win game A versus game B, team A versus team B. And we've been doing all right. We've been doing all right over there. Now, over this weekend, Saturday, lots of action. No UFC. We may or we may not find a spot to go live. The big NFL games there, the Green Bay Packers, the Chicago Bears. Then we've got the Eagles taking on the Commanders. That's going to be a 5 p.m. start. Holy cow, with NFL action on Saturday, but a ton of college football as well. So don't miss out. If you guys are gold members out there, you're going to get that action posted over on the community post. But the best way to get involved with all the action I have, sometimes I travel. Today, I had to take a ride on out to Buffalo. I was sitting there as I was driving, one knee on the wheel, two hands on the phone while I was posting out some of that action, specifically the Kennesaw team total under. And you'll find that because it's at Winnable. Sometimes it's last minute action. And frankly, YouTube doesn't send it out fast enough. So I've got a promo running over there. It's a quarterly package. Hit the quarterly package. It's 3 months. That's 3 months in a quarter. There's 4 quarters in a year. That's 12 months for the year. 3 months is what it comes down to. And I give you guys a free month. So you pay for 2, you get 1. Best damn business going out there. 77 cents a day. You get 3 months worth of action from me, including all these bowl games, 6-0 run, plus free plays. I got another free play posted. We're on a 3-0 run on the free plays. You can find the free plays over on Instagram as well. We're running hot. We're trying to kick some ass. We're trying to take some names. And all I ask you guys to do is think about it. You like what's happening? You're making some money. Find a way to migrate over there. Treat yourself for the holidays. Jump on board with the quarterly package. 77 cents a day. You get 3 months of action from your boy here. Never miss the plays as I drop them with Winnable. Hey, it's Mikey Money here, letting you know the Sports Money team is live on Winnable. Come check out our best bets.
For a low monthly cost, you get the very best bets delivered instantly to your phone by text the moment they're locked in. No delays, no missed lines, just the smartest plays at the best odds.
We do the work, you get the plays, and they're sent right to your phone right when we drop them.
Don't wait, don't guess, don't miss the line. Join the winning team today and start cashing tickets with Winnable.
Boys, I need your help. This is a call to action for our community. I need you to like and repost what we're doing out here with Twitter. I need your help. We have to grow this community, and we're running stagnant. Here's what happens. We might take a couple days off and think, it's no big deal. I didn't like and repost yesterday. It is a big deal because Twitter thrives on growth, and they want to help us promote the brand. But when you guys can't take a second to like and repost, and I see several of you guys do, so I don't want to dismiss the package, but it's a handful. And man, we work hard. The whole community works hard here. Ramon Scott comes in there every single morning at 9 a.m. giving you guys the morning steam. Takes time to prepare the action that we give you guys. We're not just coming out here throwing it off the cuff, shooting at darts. We're trying to give you guys action. All we ask in return is if you just like the free plays, just hit the like, hit the repost. Repost over on Twitter so that people know we're here. And that's all we can ask here because we're trying to get this cash going as we roll into really the big money-making time of the season, man. You think about it. We got bowl games ahead. We got the NFL finishing off the season. Big divisional games, as it turns out. They finally may have gotten the schedule right. On top of that, we roll into the NFL playoffs. The NHL's heating up. The NBA is at that post-quarter turn there where they finished off the NBA Cup. Now these games matter. College basketball is rolling into divisional play. And man, oh man, we have a ton of way to slay these books. So get your action in there. Let's see what you guys have for community post. This is my favorite segment of the show. I love seeing what you guys have out there. Put your best bets in the show. Let's see who's checking in with us tonight. It's Stop Geoengineering. He says, let's get it. Nicholas Handy, Jay Peasy, the best goddamn outro turned into an intro in the business. You saw it. I love that spot, man. Jay Peasy in the house. Trevor Davis says the NC State game was over. Over was bull crap. You didn't hear from me. You didn't hear from me. M the Great says, what up, Mikey Money? And Gerald Jones says, what up, Money Crew? Best be Oklahoma, Alabama, first half under 20.5. I kind of like that look. Look, Robert McCormick's in the house says, thanks for the Euro basket play. Let's go, dude. I'm glad you were able to cash that with me. 7.5. Damn right. Let's go. Luke Murphy, esteemed author Luke Murphy, my guy. Who knew? We have Rochester connections out there. Shout out to Luke Murphy. I hope you're doing well, brother. Jay Peasy says, go Birds, dickhead. If you guys haven't seen the tweet that I repost, there it is. James Parm says, let's get it. Let's get it indeed, boys. We got work to do. We're going to move quickly here because it's a cocktail show for me. I wish I could fully pontificate on the situation that I had this afternoon, but I can't. And I'm going to enjoy this second cocktail here while we do this show. We're going to kick it off. We're going to talk about the player prop parlay. Why not take a shot? There you go. I'm sorry. It's about 20-1. I may have been a little overzealous with the number that was out there, but we will rein it back in, and I will share with you guys this spot because I think it's a really good money maker for us. You know, obviously with any of these spots, we have to be cautious. I'm going to put a half a unit on this one though, because I really like it here. You know, the Canucks and the Islanders, I think you got to look at this guy, Clayton Keller. Man, this guy, at the end of the day, Vancouver's a mess right now. They traded off Quinn Hughes, and they allow a ton of goals. And so nobody's going to be shooting the puck more than a top-line center. And Clayton Keller, I think he's a good spot for us to go out there. He's been averaging 2.5 goals a game. Or I'm sorry, 2.5 shots a game. So we're going to go with Clayton Keller to kick this thing off. I'm going to look at JJ Peterka. Guy's former Buffalo Sabre out there, and this guy has been on fire as well. Top line forward, top line power plays out there. Leads the team in shots through the month of December. So there you go. This is a guy that I think has an opportunity for us to bury the biscuit, but we're just asking for a point. We don't care if it's a power play assist, if it's a goal. I like this Utah Mammoth. We'll talk about this game here later tonight, but JJ Peterka to get after it. We're going to go back to our stable. You guys know I told you we have to develop a stable of hosts. When it comes to the NBA, we got to have a top 5, much like we did last year. That was a huge component to our success. We cashed the other day on the over 8.5, and this is a FanDuel prop. FanDuel prop with our guy, Nikola Vucevic. Vuce earned 9 rebounds 2 days ago, cashed our over 8.5, and he only had 29 minutes. So he's a rested fella. Jared Allen still not quite the guy he should be, and I expect this when he's averaging 9.1 rebounds per game. Out-rebounding Allen on top of that. So I like this Vucevic spot. We're going to go to Wemby. What do you need to say about this guy? 6 free throws in his last 2 matches. 12 free throws made, 9 of them. Should score 22, I think, in this case here, but 18.5 points on this guy for Wemby. The Spurs, by the way, I told you, Spurs. Western Conference champions. Keep your eye on it. Teams that lose the NBA Cup go out there and fire. And the Hawks, by the way, allow a shit ton of points, 118 points at home. They suck. Kristaps Porzingis is the guy that they will be without, which opens up the lane for the big man in Wemby. And then we're going to go to Derek White for Boston. Can Boston smash? That's what we want to know here tonight. But this dude, man, I don't know if there's been anybody in the NBA that's allowed more 3-pointers than this guy. Or attempted more 3-pointers. 27 over the, I don't know, 70 over his last 6 games. Holy cow, 70. And he's made 27 of them. So he's averaging 4.5 a pop. He's at home against the Heat. The Heat allow 116.9 points a game. We don't know about Tyler Hero. We don't know about Larson. But I do know that I like Derek White to get that over 3.5 threes. And I, by the way, endorse all of these guys individually from a player prop perspective. So go get it. Go get this player prop in there. Let's call it, we'll call it 19-1. I don't care about that change. 19.5, 19.4. We'll call it 19-1. Now be respectful. Be mindful of your bankroll. I'm really excited about the spot. It's a little bit of a same game parlay. So we'll talk about how you might be able to incorporate Clayton Keller, JJ Peterka, and what we have in that Utah Mammoth game. So Timmy Two Shoes says Lou Dort will be over him. I'm playing Edwards for 4 threes. There we go. We like to see the action you guys have. Jover has North Alabama Loyola Marymount over 140.5. Timmy Two Shoes says, I like Crimson Tides. Jeremy Bernard for a touchdown, says our guy Timmy Two Shoes. Welcome in, you guys. Here's the player prop. I'll leave it out there for a second. I'll remind you guys, if you haven't done so already, to smash the thumbs up button. I'm ready. I was jacked up. I said to MMA Jeff, man, do we go live for this Alabama game? I said, nah. We don't really get the donos and contributions. Doesn't seem like we're getting the appreciation of all these live shows. So I guess sometimes you do it too much. You take it for granted. Is that the case? I don't know. We're 3-0 over on the Instagram play of the day side of things. You can get a free Instagram play of the day over there on the gram. The Sports Money Instagram, Sports Money Network is where you can find it. Big play over there. We'll talk a little bit about that here shortly, but let's get into the action. What say you guys? I like it.
Are you sure this is legal?
I don't know. It's fun though, isn't it?
Excuse me while I take an opportunity to swallow down this cocktail. The Vancouver Canucks, the New York Islanders will battle off to be opener of the card this evening. And I got a couple looks on this spot here. I'll tell you right now, Sharp Respected Betting came in on the under 5.5. Thatcher Demko will take the net for the Vancouver Canucks. The number one goalie at 2.45. 4 weeks off for this feller. And as he gets back into here, they're going to go back to 4 straight games for this guy. So that being said, it's not like I don't know. They got a bunch of assets in return, but when one of your star players like Quinn Hughes, the number one, I don't know about number one, but can we call Quinn Hughes a top 5 defenseman in the league? I think we can. It certainly softens up. It creates a more porous situation for this Vancouver Canucks side of things here. And while they didn't play great in Demko's absence, this guy is a top 5 goaltender. So 1.35 goals against in 3 games since coming back. They're 2-1 in those spots. They're still not quite coming off of a bunch of wins, but he did just have a shutout. Or I'm sorry, a bunch of goals, but he did just have a shutout. So you got to respect that. On the flip side of things here, you got Ilya Sorokin. 2.52 goals against average. I want to anoint this guy something, but he's really not quite gotten there. Man. His last game, Detroit Red Wings, he gave up 3 straight goals, 21 shots. They lost that game 3-2. So I feel like we have an opportunity for a little bit of a bounce back spot here. You know, to me, I don't know if they just needed the move. I don't know if it was just a move on this Quinn Hughes side of things, but look, end of the day, New York Islanders are playing ahead of the pace here. They're second in the Metropolitan Division, and it's predominantly because of their defense. So I can see why the sharp respected bettors are coming in here, because they're seeing Vancouver's outscoring opponents, but really not going out there lighting a lamp. And the Islanders have kind of regressed a little bit. 2.78 goals allowed in home games on the season. So we'll see what happens here. to me, I see Canucks offense just scoring 2.1 goals a game over their last 10. They're allowing, it just seems like this is an opportunity where we intersect some December, Ilya Sorokin's been playing better. He's 5-1 with a 2.12 goals against average. I like this Islander spot. I'm going to take a shot. I'm going to move in with these New York Islanders to open the card here. I think it's a reasonable price tag for a home team at minus 135. Hockey's where we do it best. Excuse me. As I choke away last night. Let's see what you guys have to say. Dustin says, did you hear that Tim Saunders hot mic incident last night? I did. How about a BJ? The rumor is the Flyers are trying to create some press. They apparently leaked that themselves. Nicholas Handy says, always go live. I don't know, Nicholas Handy. I mean, look, our contributions are down this month. I can only attribute it. I mean, look, you have to look at it, right? Are we just giving too much? Is it not special anymore? I don't know. I mean, it takes a lot of effort to prep for these shows and then be live with you guys on stream for 4.5 hours a pop. I really want to get involved tomorrow, but we're just not seeing the love. The likes are down, the views. This is a business, much like anything else. It might be a personal business, but it's still, we run it like a business, and I don't know. I don't want to slight anybody out of action. That's why you can get our best bets and spots, but we love to get involved with you guys, man. We love having fun, but just not seeing the ROI, I guess, right? It takes time. I can sit around with my feet up for 4.5 hours, cocktailing, firing down cigs, and watching these games. And I net the same results. So I don't know. Gerardo Hernandez says, sup, fellas. Jaylen Brown over 11.5 rebounds and assist at minus 135. J-Dub says, evening, scumbag. Shout out to you, J-Dub. Let's roll on. So you guys got this one here. I'm going to go with the New York Islanders to kick the card off. I'm going to roll into a big spot, a big trend. And look, we talked about this before. I don't even have to jump into the goaltenders. I can tell you guys right off the hop. What have we started with here? I am going to jump into the goaltenders, but I'm just going to share. 1, the Winnipeg Jets ain't scoring. 2, Connor Hellebuck, a top 5 goaltender, is back in the lineup, and they just lost the other day 1-0 to them. Was it St. Louis Blues? Wedgwood on the other side. Scotty Wedgwood. This guy fucks. He's 14-1-4. He's got a 2.11 goals against average. And because they're getting players back, he has not had to go the same run that he has. He's trying to break a career record. He's never won more than 16 on the season. And I mentioned the struggles of this St. Louis offense. What's most important about that is we are in one of them spots. The Colorado Avalanche. They're home as a favorite against a rested opponent, meaning they're not on the second leg of a back-to-back. Colorado goes out there. They're 55-22. They've won 16 straight games. Now, I'm not going to advocate regulation or the -1 because ultimately those are big price tags, -170, -180s. But I'll tell you this, the under 6.5 has a tremendous look to it. There's some not sharp perspective buying, but there are some buyers coming in on this under because what they've seen here is the Winnipeg Jets just aren't scoring. 1 goal a game isn't going to cut it. But if I chop it up, I dice it up, I roll it out on the platter for you guys here. I like this Colorado Avalanche on the puck line. I'm going to go full puck line with the Colorado Avalanche. I'm going to go plus 105 to lay that -1.5. Man, they are just fire at home. And if you think about it, the combination of a best offense in the league, home running like a champion, goaltending against a team that's struggling to score with big money coming in on the under, sounds like you could even go Colorado -1.5 and the under 6.5 for a parlay. But I thought you're getting plus money. I like this, man. I don't like to lay odds and pucks, but I'm getting plus money at the plus 105 on this spot. I think this is a good looking opportunity for us to jump in on Colorado. What say you guys in the chat? Nicholas Henny says LaSalle High Point first half under 70.5. Gerardo Hernandez in the house. He says, sup, fellas? Jaylen Brown over 11.5 rebounds and assists. I already got that. Evening scumbag, says J-Dub. Look, this is what I'm talking about. we're low business here. Look at Twitter, 20 reposts on this goddamn show right now. I know it's not your guys' problem. It's my problem, but I need you guys to help me like and repost this thing, man. On the Twitter side of things, you're seeing it. If you're following me, you're seeing it. We're getting, the algorithm has changed on the Twitter side of things. So ultimately, my problem is your problem here. We need to get more action because it takes a shit ton of time to put all this together. And we recap. The most important thing is the recap. The most important thing is that we win, right? But being accountable, win, lose, or draw, coming in here on a daily basis, sharing with you guys exactly what we're doing, how we're doing it, giving you the angles, the edges, the trends, all of this stuff, man. It's how we win. And we're in for the long game. We're not here for the quick, these guys are 3-0 in their last 3. We've done that. We've been there. But we know that we stack up winners over the long haul. So I need you guys to help because some guys might come in and see, they had a shit night last night. All right, we may or may not have won. We won a unit last night. Okay. It wasn't our greatest night. We were still in the positive. But, this thing comes down to Twitter, and if the old tree falls in the woods and no one's there to hear it, does it make a sound? That's what we're talking about here. Timmy Two Shoe says, I've got a little play on Cale Makar for the goal. I feel like it's his day. Timmy Two Shoe says, Jets Avs is a rivalry, likely a lot of penalty minutes. And shout out to Timmy Two Shoes because he spelled a lot the appropriate way. A lot. Not a lot. A lot. Shout out to you, Timmy Two Shoes. I appreciate that, my dude. Get a little English lesson in here as we go on to the New Jersey Devils and the Utah Mammoth. This spot I really like. There's a couple spots I like in this game. So I already gave you guys some player props here. We've got Jacob Markstrom, the backup goaltender, struggling with a 3.56 goals against average. Team's about 500 with this guy. He's got an 87.4% save percentage. That's Jacob Markstrom. That's the New Jersey Devil side of things. And Karl Vejmelka comes in. He is the guy to some degree because Joey Decourt has just been bouncing back. He's been yo-yoing between healthy and not. But Karl Vejmelka is 15-9-2 with a 2.72 goals against average. He played a great game with a 4-1 win to beat them Detroit Red Wings. He saved 27 of 28 shots. As a backup goaltender, man, this guy's finding 3 straight wins and a great goals against average and save percentage out there. Now, New Jersey Devils, despite what they just did, it was a low-scoring game. If you followed me on Winnable, you got the under 6.5 for... Was it the Florida Panthers? And then the under 6.5 parlayed with the Vegas Golden Knights spot out there. I think that's what it was. I can't recall, but it was a 165 spot. And they went under. And it's a lot of Vegas shit the bed for sure, but the Devils ain't scoring. 2 goals in its last 2 games. And they're 1-1 in those spots. So clearly I have a big lean to a lower total in this game. It's at elevation. And I've told you guys before, one of my favorite spots. The second game after playing in Vegas, or the first game after playing in Vegas. Second game, you've just played in Vegas. You got the Vegas flu. I don't know if that's going to come back or not here, but I think the New Jersey Devils peaked a little bit, and now they're putting Markstrom in goal against this Utah team. Utah's got a great home record. Their road record leaves a little to be desired, but it's because of, I believe, the elevation factor here. And I think New Jersey coming back off of that Vegas game is a spot. Now, not only are some of these my arbitrary beliefs, but when you have a shit team playing a good team, the shit team that's the favorite ends up going out there 124-73. Shit team, good team, as defined by 500s. The team that's below 500 against the team that's above 500, when they're favored, that below team gets the win over 50 wins against the aggregate out there. I think this is a really great spot for us to take the Utah Mammoth for all those aforementioned reasons. Backup goaltender, off the Vegas spot, playing a Utah spot that plays better at home, and the shit team against the good team finds a way to prevail. That's a Utah Mammoth position for us here this evening. How about that? We close the NHL card. There's a quick spot with a 5-leg player prop, 3 NHL games. Shout out JP. He says all but 20 of us are lazy, selfish bastards. Meaning the rest of you guys, the other 43 of you watching here on Sports Money, you guys that are watching over on Twitter, migrate over to the Sports Money channel. We put content out there 7 days a week. I'm debating this evening. We'll see how far I get into the sauce. Here is the sauce. I've got I think it's 9 player incentives that are pulled up for the NFL. So if you guys want to hear player incentives, if you guys are prop bettors, put a 1 in the chat for me. Let me know if you think it's worth my time to put a player incentive video together. I'll do it fast. I'll just roll through it. I try to get it done in 10, 12 minutes. And I'll do that tonight if you guys think it's worth it. Sharing with you what these player incentives look like as they finish off the season. But I just don't want to do it listen, I love you guys, man. If I do it, it'll be for members only if we can't get the appropriate number of spots out there. But this is what it comes down to, don't want to do this shit for 10 people thrown. Look, I've been putting plays out there on the post tab. I'm getting 2 thumbs up. Like, really? You know how much work it takes to go? I'm driving. I got my knee on the fucking, here's what it looks like. I got my knee on the steering wheel. I'm trying to copy and post the plays from Winnable over to the canvas that I use on Canva. Then I have to download it. Then I have to save it. Then I have to upload it. Then I have to put a little text in there on the YouTube side of things for the post tab. Look, it's highly dangerous. Highly dangerous. It looks like a bunch of you guys do want to see that stuff. So maybe I'll do that then. Maybe while I'm watching this, maybe I'll see if MMA Jeff will do it with me. Maybe I'll see if we can get it. Appreciate all you guys commenting though. Robert McCormick, David, Go 2310, of course, our guy from the RBI contest out there. AOD, Dana Delp, Pachico de Gallo, JP. All right, enough of you guys want to see it. I see it, you guys. Michael P, James Parm. All right. Like Kelly V said, everyone leave an emoji heart or like button and comment. Of course, man. Of course. KV2K, William Cox says, okay. All right. I like I said, I did the research. I just don't want to put the video together if it's going to be, I don't want to be a little bitch. I'm not trying to be a little bitch about it. You know what I mean? But, when you guys watch it and you don't hit the like button, it actually counts against us. So Redbeard says go live for Bama. I don't know, man. We're just not getting the likes, man. This is where I need you guys to jump in. We want to do it. We want to be here. We want to give you guys the content. We love being in front of you guys and having fun, breaking ball. We're going to talk about the games anyways. I'll probably be live with conference with MMA Jeff anyways, but this is what the likes come down to, right? I'm not trying to punish anybody, but we need to see the reciprocity and love for our efforts. So let's move into some college basketball. I got a sharp, respected betting play for you guys right here. Mississippi Valley comes in 1-10, and they absolutely suck on the road. They probably suck all around as Mississippi Valley. Then on the other side of things, we got Florida State. And the question you have to ask yourself with this Florida State spot is, can they cover big numbers? We were on them the other day. They found a way to fucking shit the bed. I think they won by 4 when they were laying 25. So does the big number scare you is the question out there with this squad. This game pops off at 7 p.m. The line has been, I'll just tell you, the line moved all the way from 37.5 all the way up to 42.5. At 42.5, the bigger bettors came back and said, that's too much money. So they're swinging the pendulum back. It dropped to 39.5. It's moved a little bit back now. So they're ping-ponging around 40 points. They think 40 points is about the sweet spot in this game. 83% of the bets and 84% of the cash have come in on this Mississippi Valley side of things. We look at the total. It's gone up. It's gone up almost 10 points. It's at a total of 166 now on some books. And yet you have 62% of the bets and 62% of the cash on the under. Florida State, 5-6 on the season, but they do command home court. They do command size. Mississippi Valley just beaten up by everybody. They lost to Tarleton State by 24. They lost 60 points to Kansas State. Even UL Monroe, you lose money Monroe out there. They beat them up by 14 points. So Texas A&M comes in there. I think the Sharps are onto something here. We've got a Florida State team. If you're going to buy low on a squad that's 5-1 at home, now is the time. And I think that's the reason that we go out there and exact our revenge. Look, they played Dayton, an A-10 team on the road, 97-69. They lost 6.5-point dogs. They lost to UMass. You fucking lose to UMass. I mean, it was an 8-point loss, but they were 11.5-point favorites. You're not buying any lower. Now, they lost at Houston. Respect. The thing I respect about that game is Houston at home, defense dominates, and they were able to put up 67 points. So I don't think this team's going to go the long haul, but how can you like a team in Mississippi Valley that struggles from the free throw? They suck from the three-pointer line. They're getting out rebounded on average. I mean, all these lines down the rip. Here's down the rip. Field goal advantage is even. Free throw percentage, I think it leans to Florida State because Florida State gets more free throws. They find their way to be more ticky-tacky. 3-point percentage leans to Florida State. Rebound percentage leans to Florida State. Assist, I mean, they play the Globetrotter style basketball, leans to Florida State. This is a better team overall, and this number speaks to it. The Sharp Perspective betting report came in. They've taken Florida State. I'm going to ride with Florida State as well. I'm going to take this minus 39.5, and I ain't going to even watch this game. I'm going to be watching the Alabama game. I'm going to watch some hockey games too, because there are some Sharp Perspective betting spots in there as well. But let's see what you guys have to say. DJ Hardy says, you going live for tomorrow? Tonight or tomorrow? Well, we're an Oh man, I guess you guys are really popping here, huh? Redbeard says go live for Bama. Jake Paul, Robert McCormick says Bama and Jake Paul live. JP says inebriated Mike is good TV. David 247. I agree, JPZ, but there's some bitches. Some guys like to come on as guests and bitch about drunk Mikey. So I don't know. David 247 says I agree with Redbeard. That means go live. DJ Hardy says you going live tonight or tomorrow. Kelly V says even leave thanks for Ramon and after the show as well. I am leading by example. KV, you really are. Kelly takes a minute to respond to. I get the post. I get the updates when she just left one right now. That's KV says live over shall. Timmy T says I'm on Navy. If that let Kappen cover them, they're dead to me. Oh, Coppin State. DJ Hardy says hit the like scumbags. Jerry Davis going to take Mississippi Valley at 43.5. There's our guy Keith. He says let's go Mike and get these winners. Jerry Davis says, Mikey, this Mississippi Valley State team, I don't think they're going to cover. I just don't. Keith says, get that money. Cash everybody. Stop Juice says, I'd imagine it's holiday, keeping people busy, Mikey, as ESPN. No. Yeah, I guess I get it, but I don't know. I'm going to be honest, man. I'm disappointed. I'll tell you, I'm at a little bit of a low. I need you guys to lift me up because we do a ton. This shit takes a ton of time. And yet, somehow even just the likes are down. Stop Geo says, it ain't for like of quality. I'll say that. Kelly V says, anyone like Baylor? Question mark. First half, full game, team total, Baylor. What about that idiot chick, Paul? Sean Smith is in the house. He says, good luck, all. Kelly V says, not live, just anyone betting. KV says, hugs, brother. Let's go. Let's roll on. I just have to check something really quick. Really quick. Yep. I want to make sure I'm giving actionable intelligence. That's what I'm looking at here. Yeah, Paul versus Anthony's at 11:20. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss. I thought it was later. Michael Johnson says, I just smacked the like button. I appreciate you, my guy. Make sure you guys take a second if you haven't done so. Really need your help, guys. Well, I appreciate some of you guys. I see Joe T, Mike B, KV, all you guys, JPZ, rocking that button for us, man. I appreciate you liking and reposting on Twitter. Got to keep this thing rolling. Let's move into Cal Poly and UCLA. The Bruins come into this game here. We've got ourselves a... by the way, I really like Wisconsin. Didn't make the card, but I really like Wisconsin. This is a 10 p.m. start between Cal Poly and UCLA. Cal Poly is a huge dog. They're coming down a little bit. 25.5 has moved to 24.5. 81% of the bets, 80% of the cash are on Cal Poly. And it's correlated movement. I mean, that's a lot of money on the road dog, first of all. And yet this total, 160.5 moved to 161.5, 162.5, 78% of the bets, 78% of the cash on this spot out there. I'm going to go the other direction. Look, the public likes the road dog, and I think these home boys are going to find a way to dictate pace. They do have size. You look at this Cal Poly side of things here. 4 of their last 5 games have been straight up L's, and they're leaking on defense. The difference is when you look at this UCLA side of things here, you know, they're fun in a way to be competitive. This is a step down in class. You know, they played 3 of their last 5 on the road, but that Arizona State game, 90-77. I like Arizona State. I'm partial to these guys. They played Gonzaga on the road. They lost by 10. But I think UCLA in this case, look, they're at home. They're 7-0 on top of it. And then insult to injury, sharp perspective betting coming in, betting this Cal Poly under 160.5. And I think it makes sense. You look at, again, things like turnovers. Now, the challenge I have with turnovers is this is why this spread is so large. Because you turn the ball over, you got quick break opportunities there, and that's where UCLA can do some damage. But they're almost 1.5, almost 1 3/4 to 1. The opportunities. Cal Poly, I don't think has a shot. I think they're unmatched in this game, or undermatched in this game. 3-point advantage to the UCLA side of things here, but they don't want to shoot the threes. They want to shoot they want to grind. They want to dictate. They want to play physical bully ball, take them to the paint, and go out there and play game. They block your shots. I think Cal Poly's team total unders are really strong look in this game as well. So I can see at first glance why the Sharps are looking at this thing here. The thing that Cal Poly does well, if anything, is they do have an advantage in limiting second chance shots. So while I think UCLA can run amok on these boys, I think that you've got a situation where we're going to play bully ball. This game's going to be decided in the paint because you don't have a ton of threes going up by the Cal Poly side of things. They don't allow a ton of rebounds, and you don't have a ton of threes coming up from the UCLA side of things. So that just, to me, leads to a physical challenge where this game just becomes a grind. And, of course, UCLA is going to limit blocks and second chance opportunities at their own right on their own home court. I think this is a great spot to take the under. Cal Poly, 160.5. We'll take that shot. We'll run with it. Appreciate you guys that did smack that thumbs up button. I got one big trend for you left here in college hoops. Then we'll move into the NBA. We'll put the bow on the show here. San Diego, UC San Diego, the battle of the Ramon Scotts. And San Diego's 0-2 on the road. UC San Diego's 3-0 at home. It's another late night special. It's the late night special. You guys know the deal. This line has not moved. And the thing is, the public loves the road dog. 72% of the bets, 80% of the cash are jumping in on San Diego, and it's not moving. A 4-6 San Diego team, that's coming into this thing after, frankly, look, we get the little buy low opportunity. These boys have sucked the Big D throughout the early process of college basketball, and yet they come off a Northern Arizona game where they covered. So you got a bad team that found a win because they were at home against Northern Arizona, and now they're going on the road to UC San Diego. And UC San Diego has been dominating. They beat up Towson. They lost to Nevada. They lost in the Rock Pit, but look, it's a tough place to play. I've said that before. One of the toughest gyms to play at, Nevada, in college basketball. They toasted Long Beach in Long Beach. They smoked Tulane. The Green Wave were the Red Rush, 93-67. You guys know what I'm talking about. And then they took down Loyola Marymount in a big little, a big conference opportunity out there. So these guys have found a way to dominate the conference. Don't be surprised if you see this UC San Diego team surprise everybody as they go down the run. And partly the reason is because they don't draw stupid fouls. They play the rebound game. In fact, in this game, they averaged 35 versus 27 on the rebound front. They don't turn the ball over. They generate steals. I mean, it's kind of that holistic way you want to play the game. And the best part about this spot for UC San Diego, if their opponent got 78 or more points the previous game, in other words, we get an opportunity to sell high on the opponent. They're 17-2-1. They've won 16 straight times against the spread here for UC San Diego. The battle of the Ramon Scotts here. We're going to take UC San Diego and ride that massive run that's going on there. Plus, all that cash coming into the road, dog, and we don't have any movement. Are you kidding me? Let's go UC San Diego. Let's get this cash. Let's move into the NBA. We got 7 minutes to put the bow on the show. Shout out to all you guys here rocking with us. Let's see what you guys have to say. Redbeard doesn't like sad. I'm telling you, man, it's just a little discouraging. It's a little discouraging not seeing the like button after doing this thing on a regular basis. David247 says, waiting on the Bama-Oklahoma game. Michael Johnson says, thanks for your time and effort. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you, Michael Johnson. I love all you guys that come in here, and I'm super excited with the direction that we built. Maybe it's the holidays, but there are more people watching, and that's why we need to get a greater reach. So we need everybody to help make a concerted action to push that like button and share and like and repost on Twitter. When you see the action come across the pike, Kelly V says, me either. Appreciate that, you guys. Michael Johnson smacked the like button. Bo Jackson says Celtics Bulls money line so far. Trevor Davis likes UC Irvine with the spread. Jerry Davis says, West Kentucky line makes no sense. Must mean West Kentucky smash. He played the under 162, and the Cal Poly also took the points. Timmy Tishu says, I'm going to move on St. Mary's minus 13.5. The Gales have to lay the boots to Florida Atlantic. And Jerry Davis says, the Toreros cover here. It's the opponent that matters. We'll see. We'll see. As we get into NBA action, the Chicago Bulls will take on the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I'm going to shout out my boy that DM'd me the other night. And this guy was on fire. He was on point. And he was like, is this one of them spots, Mikey Money? And I said, you're fucking right. It is. The Bulls and the Cavaliers take off here. Now, this line is moved because the public likes the Chicago Bulls. This line's moved from 7.5 to 4.5. I parked it at 6.5. So you're getting an even better number. It doesn't dissuade me. Public road dog. You guys know what the spot is, right? 84% of the bets, 85% of the cash have moved on the over. It's gone from 240.5 to 238.5. You know what the spot is, right? Who knows what the spot is? Let's see if somebody can put it in the chat before I do. Let's see. We'll take a second. I've been trying to educate and develop you guys. Let's see if somebody can say it. I got a second. I got a sip left of my cocktail. That's it. Cocktail's done. Need the Jeopardy theme song. Doom, 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 doom. Nobody? All this time and effort, you guys. You just lost to the team on the road. Now you're at, there we go. Jerry Davis got it. Jerry Davis got it. That's exactly what we're looking at here with this spot. The Cavaliers, despite how much the Cavaliers suck, there are some. Now, we were on the Bulls the other night. Yep. August. There we go. There we go. Hats off to you guys, man. I don't wear a hat, but if I did, I'd take it off here. Now, there were some trends that said the Cavaliers should go out there and smoke the Bulls the other night, and yet we took the Bulls. Tonight is that immediate revenge, change of venues. Now we've cashed on this thing 4 times in a row. I believe it's 17-3 over the last 20. We had the Miami Heat a bunch of times in this spot, and we're going to take it again tonight. I know some of you guys might go, whoa, Donovan Mitchell and Larry Nance and Maxi. I got it. I get it. But yet, on the road, the Cavs were -5.5 at Chicago. They opened up as 7.5 here on the road. Now it's moved. I'm sorry, at home. So it's moved despite them getting thumped by 16 points. They're making the line bigger because the books know about this angle as well. This is the Sports Almanac angle of the year. I'm taking the Cleveland Cavaliers. Sports Almanac angle of the year. I kind of like that. Maybe we'll have to ride with that. OKC Thunder, the Minnesota Timberwolves will be the last game in the NBA. Then we'll talk a quick second about college football with this big game that's going to pop off. I see it on my screen already. I'm fired up. It's nighttime. They got the panel on the carpet. There's Herbie. There's Herb Street for a 2-hour college game day this evening. 6-0 we are in our college bowl game run. It's a lot of fun, ain't it? Ain't it fun when we're cashing tickets? I enjoy it personally. And I hope you do too.
Are you sure this is legal?
I don't know. It's fun though, isn't it?
I should probably stop playing that. Some people might get the wrong idea. Okay. We got the OKC Thunder. The OKC Thunder, we know what happened. They got nuked in the NBA Cup. This line's moved from -7.5 to -6.5, but it's kind of oscillated a little bit. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like Minnesota at home. I'll tell you that right now. 64% of the bets, only 54% of the cash are on the OKC Thunder. Total's gone from 225.5 to 232.5. So there's expectation that we're going to see points in this game. It's moved 7 points, 86% of the bets, 87% of the cash on the over. And away we go. We look at this OKC Thunder. The Thunder. Did exact some revenge. Now, that was last night. Boy, it was sweaty to get that over, but it was a big trend, and we got that cash against the Clip Show. They lost to the Spurs. Shout out to the Spurs. We're going to see the Spurs go out there and win the Western Conference Finals. They'll be in the NBA championship here because I like to make predictions. I don't want to tell you who's in there after they're in there. I want to tell you who I think's going to get in there, and I think it's the San Antonio Spurs. Man, them boys have been on fire, led by Wemby and staff. And then we look on the other side of things here, and the Minnesota Timberwolves just took an L to Memphis, those busted-up Grizzlies. The Grizz. Thing is, their defense is incredibly porous. They let up the good teams. They leak 120 points to Golden State Warriors. I don't even want to say 116 points to Memphis, but that was at home, man. This is the Minnesota Timberwolves. They suck at home. And yet here they are. Oh, Bo Jackson says they're wearing those Prince City Edition jerseys. All right, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that because I'm looking at the team total side of this things here. And I'm looking at specifically the matchups and the opportunity when it comes to this game here. For me, the matchups and opportunity comes down to the Anthony Edwards uncertainty and then Julius Randle. OKC's got no problem putting that boy in check. And if they can contain this guy and play a physical game that OKC should, they should be pissed off here. Second night of the back-to-back. I like this spot here. I think that we have a situation where we're finding, is the spread a little too high? I kind of think so, and that's why I pivoted back to the team total, because I don't think Minnesota's just going to roll over and throw up a dud. But I know that you look at Minnesota, 132, 131, 138. They had a 109 when they lost to the Spurs. They came back to a 122. So the Spurs were the motivation with that NBA Cup spot out there, and these boys just find a way to keep putting up points. It started at 118.5. It's moved to 119.5, and I like that spot. I think this is a good opportunity for us to take a shot, get this team total on the OKC Thunder. The Thunder. Kelly V says Minnesota and teaser. Look, and they can still very well come out there and surprise everybody, but I just don't see how they're going to match up defensively against this OKC Thunder team, especially with their key components being banged up. And that's how I kind of got to this play with that spot. Let's go to the last spot on the game, you guys. It is the big bowl game. The playoffs start tonight. Could you not be more excited about a Friday night college football game here? Oklahoma. And then you got Alabama. Not only do you have Alabama, you have Alabama coming off a loss. Redbeard says Oklahoma -2.5 for him. Boy, there's been some money coming in on this. Now, this line has been all over the place. I'll tell you that right now. Whoops, we're not in the NFL. We're in college football. Right now, it stands 66% of the cash and 66% of the bets are coming in on the Alabama side of things. And they did move from -1.5 to +1.5. So a lot of love for this Oklahoma side of things here. Total, recent movement on the total. If you were looking at I kind of liked the under at first, but I wanted to wait because I thought this might move. It's an 8 p.m. start. 54% of the bets and 56% of the cash are on the under. We're now seeing 42s. Sweat no bet says Roll Tide. Jerry Davis says Mikey Celtics under. Not a bad look there either. I can get down with that. I looked at this spot, boys. I got a trend for you, boys and girls. Shouldn't just say that here, but this is a revenge spot. Look at Alabama takes that big L to Georgia and the SEC, and they struggled in the Iron Bowl versus a bad Auburn team. So I guess it was a mistake-laden team out there. In Oklahoma, their defense has been playing great. So what can you say? Their defensive line should be what keeps Alabama's running game in check when I was looking at this spot out there. Top defense in the nation in terms of expected production per attempt out there. This Oklahoma team's for real. There's no doubt about it. Alabama is able to chunk until they get to the red zone. That's been their problem here their last 3 games, plus when they played against that Oklahoma team. So they can move the ball between the 20s, but they're struggling to kind of get inside of there. And that's because it comes down to the trenches for Oklahoma. They let them kind of bend but don't break when it comes to that Oklahoma defense out there. We're going to need a big game out there. Alabama struggles to run the ball. And that means Oklahoma can do some pass rushing. But I got to look at this game, and it's a bounce-back opportunity here. Jam Miller is back in the action. He's ready to run the ball. First meeting, ran for 89 yards. 2 rushing scores from Hill. And then there were some beat-ups there. And I think this Alabama team has been one of them tough break spots. Like, their turnover differential, they got a negative turnover margin, but at the same time, they've got this revenge spot, and this is where DeBoer comes into play. Their turnover differential is -2, so it's not like it's egregious. They're not sloppy out there with the ball. They have to tighten up in the lane, and I'm going to go for Bama because I did say to you guys pre-tournament here, I thought it's going to be Bama versus Georgia, and we still have that opportunity to get it done. I think this is a revenge-minded team. I don't think they're throwing a lot of stupid plays and turnovers. This is one of them spots. Look, 5-0 straight up, 5-0 against the spread, 4-1 straight up. Our Bama under the DeBoer era after a loss. I think Alabama can come back there, exact revenge. They're the big squad. Everybody was ready to write this team off after an 0-2 start, and they came back out there and they've shown their worth. They're in the game for a reason, and they can't play Georgia if they lose tonight. So I'm taking Alabama on the money line. That's going to be the way I put the boat on the show. Jerry Davis took the under team total for Oklahoma. I think that's a good look too. I think this is a running game. I think this is a ground game. I think ultimately the longer possession is obviously going to win this game. And I do like a spot for Alabama to exact their revenge. It's number 9 versus number 8. It's going to be a fun game this evening though. And I'm going to take the Alabama Crimson Tide. Roll Tide, baby. They'll play Georgia. They'll beat Georgia. There's my prediction as they roll on down the line. But good luck to everybody this evening. Have yourselves a glorious evening. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Stay tuned for content. Maybe I will drop some of the player props here for action, the Incentive Bowl, as the NFL finishes off the last couple of weeks of the season. Thank you guys for watching. Good luck with your action, and I'll see you